Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to the Wonky where I talk about electronic music, both new and old, and today I'm talking about the new EP from Flume, Skin Companion EP 2. Why you gotta do this to me, guys? Why is everyone still so interested in hearing me talk about this guy? You know I don't like this guy. I don't hate him. His debut album had some decent moments, and his recent Skin Companion EP1 was a fair improvement. And it's not like I don't understand the appeal of Flume, but I think we should all know by now I did not like his second album, Skin, at all. I mean, yes, I can appreciate the work put into it, and I don't think you're an asshole if you like it. I mean, it is all opinions. But I've re-listened to it, and it's still not any better than I remember. It's one of the most tedious albums I've had to sit through in a long time. I don't really care for the guy's production style, even if he does have a decent song every now and then. Look, if it weren't for the sudden flood of requests, I probably wouldn't have given this EP a second thought. I just finished this review of Pretty Lights, A Color Map of the Sun. That was a ton of fun to talk about, because there's lots of nostalgia and it still holds up great. Please check out that review, by the way. If you're a Flume fan, maybe you'll also like Pretty Lights? Maybe? But suddenly everyone's like, quick, stop talking about music that you love and go talk about this artist that everyone already knows you don't like. I have a feeling that people really want me to talk about this one directly because I like the first Companion EP. I didn't love it by any stretch, though. I mean, I liked that Flume was experimenting more as a producer and focusing on making his style sound better and more interesting. But I mean, I hadn't come back to it a single time since reviewing it, because I'm not really a Flume fan. But you guys really wanted me to talk about this one too, so here goes. How does this one turn out? I suppose it's better than I expected. I mean, I saw the track listing and that 3 of the 4 tracks had featuring credits, and I figured we were just going back to the stuff that I didn't like from this guy, so my expectations were really low. And, well, I don't think this one is better than the first Companion EP. I think the attention to detail there is not nearly as present on this one. Though it's not terrible. With the exception of maybe the first track on here, Enough, featuring Pusha T. Like, ooh, I don't like this one. Reminds me of, like, the worst parts of the track Smoke and Retribution from the main album. Once again, super tedious, unpleasant, atonal. And it's not Pusha T's fault. I mean, his rapping is good, but I'm just not having any fun listening to this one. Though, the track Weekend with Moses Sumney sounded pretty nice, though. I like the part near the end with the pianos and synth pads. That one was alright. And the track Depth Charge didn't sound like crap either. I mean, I don't care for the drop much, but it's listenable. But then there's the last track, Fantastic, with Dave Glass Animals, and yeah, this one goes back to being the tedious crap I was actually expecting out of this. At least it's got a melody, unlike Enough, but still not fun to listen to. So yeah, I guess I like half of this EP and don't like the other half. But as usual, you guys should take my opinion with a grain of salt. I'm starting to put my finger on a little bit why I don't like this guy, maybe. I think it comes down to people's comparisons of this guy with Flying Lotus. I will have to admit, Flume does sound like Flylo, quite a bit. I think he captures some of the good things about Flylo, but Flylo is still like 20 times more interesting and fun to listen to. I really don't think this comparison makes the guy look good. Los Angeles is so much more textured and engaging than this stuff. Flume to me is just like Flylo light. And you know, there is the complete emotional disconnect too, but I don't think I'm going to be figuring that one out anytime soon, and I'm not sure I'm interested in finding out either. Look, I've ranted enough. I think this guy is best covered by someone else that isn't me. Like there's another reviewer that I know, Landon Remixes, he thought Skin was fantastic. If you need a second opinion, there's always this guy, so go check him out. But for me, I mean, this EP certainly is still not as unenjoyable as the main album. There's only 4 tracks here, so it couldn't have possibly sunk to that level, even if he specifically tried to make this a pain in the ass for me. Even if he, like, tried to make those 4 tracks 15 minutes each or something, Even that would at least be an interesting risk and I'd still be intrigued, but he's not gonna do something like that. This one has 2 decent tracks, so that's not nothing, but if you wanted a full-on recommendation, you're not going to get it from me. You're better off listening to someone else, honestly. I'm overall feeling a 5.5 out of 10. But of course, this is just my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with it, but I'd like to hear your thoughts, so leave the comments in the comment thing down there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all for today. See you next time.